Storytelling. Storytelling is powerful. Actually, storytelling might be one of the most powerful things human beings have created. Because stories shape how people see the world. Stories shape how people see countries. It also shapes how people see cultures, other people, and sometimes even history itself. And the funny thing is, we're all storytellers.
Music is storytelling. Cinema is storytelling. Photography is storytelling.
Even a vlog is storytelling.
And everybody tells their stories differently.
Some people keep it raw and simple. They just pick up a camera and make ordinary moments feel so powerful. But stories matter because if you don't tell them, somebody else will. And sometimes they won't tell it properly.
The best filming location nobody knows about, Kurdistan.
And that's why we're in Cannes Film Festival, because it's not all about the red carpet and celebrities and stuff. It's not just about that. When you look at Cannes Film Festival inside, it's got international studios, international commissions from different countries who come here and try to make partnerships happen around the world. And Kurdistan Film Commission is here, inside this building, trying to make partnerships with producers and collaborators around the world so that they can build a thriving film industry in Kurdistan. Maybe, finally, our stories will be heard by the world. Let's go have a look inside and see what's going on. I want you to see the presence of Kurdistan here at Cannes Film Festival. When you walk in and see the booth that says Kurdistan Film Commission on it, it's a very proud moment, I tell you that. So when you come from the entrance over there, the very first booth you see on your left is the Kurdistan booth. Welcome, collaborators. Discover Kurdistan through the art of filmmaking. Welcome to Kurdistan. Nah, I don't know about you guys, that's a really proud moment for me. These are all the guys that are helping out with the Kurdistan Film Commission. They're here at Cannes this year so that they can spread our word to the world and bring in the investment we require to help the filmmakers in Kurdistan. So I didn't know this before Cannes Film Festival, but there is a place where all the countries come. So as you can see, there's Chile over there, South Africa over there, there's Thailand right here actually. Japan, yeah, it's crazy. Like everyone is here, but they come here to try and convince other people around the world to come to their countries. And how do? They do that by incentives. So when you look at their booths, it says if you come, we will make this easy for you, discount on this. So it's cheaper for them to produce in their country. And why is that good for that country? Because then people in that country start to benefit from it. You can always trust Japan to have some cool art. And Brazil to be of vibrant colors. And that's what Kurdistan is doing as well. So let's have a look at the other things they're doing. So we're at the booth right now, and I want to take you through this leaflet that they're giving to everyone that comes here. So for example, this lists all the things that people will be able to get through, collaborating with Kurdistan. So cost-free shooting permits, military support, cost-free visa entry, safety and security, consultations for free. They get shooting scenery suggested to them. They can stand in locations, so they can come to Kurdistan and record a film about Afghanistan, for example. And that's just building an industry of films within Kurdistan that doesn't even have anything to do with Kurdistan, but it improves the economy, obviously. And then there's the Kurdistan Film Fund. This will directly impact our local creators, our local filmmakers, and there's more about that later. And there's a lot of exciting panels happening involving Kurdistan Film Commission. Let's take a look at the booth properly for Kurdistan. Look at that, Kurdish sweets on offer. Kurdistan tote bag, tasbih. The things you put in your pages and your books. These are all the panels. Kurdistan Film Commission. And back here, more goodies. Look at all these tasbih coming from Kurdistan being given out to the people here, along with these beautiful things you can put on your Kurdish clothes, which is like a miniature tasbih. I'm here helping the commission. I might as well just get fully involved, Kurdish style. Let's give away some Kurdish sweets. These are amazing, by the way. Come, let's see who wants some Kurdistani sweets. Excuse me, would you like to try some sweets from Kurdistan?
I would love to.
It's the best choice, actually, the red one.
Actually, this morning I tried.
You already had some? You like them, huh?
I love that.
You want to try a different one?
Yeah, I love this one too, apricot.
Enjoy it. I know this is supposed to be about films, but right now we're having some fun. We have Kurdish sweets, so we want to give it away. That's Kurdish hospitality. It's part of our thing anyway. Sir, you look very cool. And because you look very cool, I want you to try our local sweets.
That's wonderful.
I would suggest the red one, yes, it's very, very nice. You're from France?
No, I'm from New York.
New York?
Mais je parle français.
Very nice.
Pour manger.
Let us know what you think of this. Good? That's Kurdish sweets.
This is wonderful. Thank you.
Enjoy. And when you get a moment, we are over there. The Kurdistan booth is the first one on the right over there. So just behind me there, one of the panels are starting for the Kurdistan Film Commission. And this one's quite interesting. These are the local talents in Kurdistan with film ideas who are trying to pitch their ideas to producers from around the world, specifically the MENA region in this instance. So they're going to present their ideas of their movies and see if they want to produce it. So they'll come into Kurdistan if they like the idea, and they'll be the ones helping to produce the film within Kurdistan with the local talent. So I'm sitting with some of Kurdistan's brightest talents in the film industry. So what are you doing here right now? You're preparing to pitch your ideas?
Yeah, we are preparing. It's like we are going to exam.
Yeah, it feels
So
like
you're scared?
Yeah,
I mean,
Nervous?
always pitching.
we've got some of the biggest producers' names here waiting for us, so it's a
can see
little
that.
bit exciting and scary at the same
Don't worry,
time.
you've got this.
Yeah.
And what kind of films have you got? Can you share some something about the film that you're pitching here?
It's my first feature film. It's about the Kurdistan in future in 2070.
Okay.
So what's happening in Kurdistan? So there was no water.
No water.
Yeah.
See, that's an interesting take. It sounds like a good idea. I'd definitely watch that. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
I hope
fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
In 2 years. In 2 years.
In 2 years, you might be
Yeah.
watching her movie about Kurdistan in the year 2070 in the cinema, and maybe
in Cannes.
maybe in Cannes at the red carpet. You know,
Festivals first and then in the cinema.
I want an invite if it happens on the red carpet here. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
invite
should
me.
come.
Yeah, invite me. I'll come.
There you go. This is like a contract you just signed on.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the footage now.
Our ultimate dream all over the world, all the Kurds and independent Kurdistan is our ultimate dream. But our second, third dream is to realize independent movies in our own culture and language. So maybe a third dream is to find a producer, co-producer here through the Kurdistan Film Commission, who has been doing many perfect things, which is based in Slimani, Bashuri, Kurdistan, and collecting all over the world the filmmakers, Kurdish filmmakers, from London to the Egypt, from US to Paris. So our ultimate dream, I think, will be realized through this event.
You've also got this outside part with all different countries in their own pavilions. So there's Korea's one right there. So you can go into Korea's pavilion and see what they're up to. Just like that. And there we have Canada, Switzerland. I mean, what a beautiful location. Just look at Cannes. This is my first time here as well. But look at the view. These are all the different pavilions on our left for different countries. And if you just have a look at that, wow. I mean, does it get any more gorgeous than this? Beautiful. In a lot of the things I do, you can see that my goal is to get people to recognize us around the world. I can't change politics, but we can do things beyond politics, and that's still important. And the sad thing is, I know many people won't see the benefits of stuff like this and they'll just think it's another waste of money. But we really need to start thinking beyond the box.
A great film can introduce millions of people to Kurdistan. It can showcase our landscapes, our people, our stories, and our culture in a way that feels human and relatable. If this helps bring productions to Kurdistan, creates opportunities for our people, and helps the world understand us a little better, then its impact could reach far beyond cinema alone.
So here's the problem. Kurdistan has talented filmmakers, talented writers, and talented editors, cinematographers, artists, and musicians. The talent has always been there. But talent alone doesn't build an industry. You need funding, you need infrastructure, you need production support, you need connections to the international industry, you need distribution, and you need opportunities. And that's been one of the biggest challenges of Kurdish filmmaking for a long time. A lot of people have stories to tell, but they don't have all the support systems needed to take those stories to a global level. And that's what the Kurdistan Film Commission is trying to change. The goal is to create opportunities for local talent, to help productions happen inside Kurdistan, to build relationships with international filmmakers and studios, and to create incentives for production crews to come to Kurdistan and work with the local talent. And if that works, you don't just create films, you create jobs, experiences, infrastructure, a whole creative ecosystem. And if you know me, you know that's what I care about a lot. Because at the end of the day, I'm a creator too. I love filmmaking, I love storytelling, I love music. I love creating things that help people feel something. More importantly, I love my country. And I want Kurdistan to be able to tell its story in the most authentic and best way possible. And today, that vision became a bit more real.
As someone who cares deeply about Kurdistan, moments like this make you feel that something important is starting to happen.
We are ready to be seen, to be understood, to be part of the global conversation. Not as subjects, certainly not as victims of history, but as participants, not just in Cannes, but across our region and the world.
And one person at the center of all of this is Bavi Yassin. Whether it was speaking on panels, meeting industry leaders, introducing people, or bringing together conversations that could create opportunities for Kurdistan, she seemed to be everywhere.
And to that end, I want to recognize somebody essential to this moment. This fund exists because of the vision and determination of the Kurdistan Film Commission, and especially because of Ms. Bavi Yassin. She's been a trailblazer. She's lit up our industry with her clarity, her ambition, and her unwavering commitment to excellence. It is her work, her leadership, and her stubborn resolve not to let something go that has brought us all here together in Cannes today. Thank you, Bavi, for seeing what we could become.
And honestly, it's something we should be proud of. As Kurds, we've always taken pride in the role of women in our society, and seeing a Kurdish woman leading conversations at one of the most prestigious film festivals in the world is genuinely inspiring.
So when we tried to design this fund, it was like, okay, what should we do to support our filmmakers, to tell our stories from our own perspective, not from others, to put ourselves on the map through art and culture and the creative industries, and to make sure that finally the producers from outside the borders of Kurdistan consider working with the Kurdish talents inside Kurdistan. And the only reason we can do that, and the only way, is through a fund. And now we are opening our doors and we are saying we have so many talented filmmakers. We have so many untold stories. And this is a way, this is a gateway that we are opening for the international institution and also the regional one, which we are very, very keen to work with our Kurdish talents. And one of the biggest plus points of our fund is also that any project that applies for our funds must work with a Kurdish talent, must have a Kurdish storyline, etc., etc.
What impressed me the most wasn't just the panels, it was seeing her connect with producers, filmmakers, investors, and decision makers from around the world, helping build those relationships needed to turn this vision into something real. Working alongside the government and with the backing of Deputy Prime Minister Kurd Talks, she's helping push forward a vision that goes far beyond a single festival. A vision where Kurdish talent has more opportunities, where our stories reach wider audiences, and where Kurdistan becomes connected to the global film industry like never before. And if that succeeds, the benefits won't just be felt by filmmakers, they'll be felt by an entire generation of Kurdish creatives.
I just got a sign that I didn't see it coming, but our fund is got just much bigger than I realized. We have $2 million fund, which is for the Kurdistan region of Iraq. Deserve a very big applause, I think.
$2 million a year film fund. And it's easy to just think it's about making movies, because it's much bigger than that. It's about creating jobs, developing talent, attracting international productions and bringing investment into Kurdistan. It's about opening doors for local writers, filmmakers, actors and creatives who previously never had access to opportunities like this. And there's another side to it as well. As Kurds, recognition and identity are things we've often had to fight for through politics. But culture can sometimes achieve things that politics cannot. The world deserves to hear stories from the people who actually live them, honestly, authentically, and without losing what makes them ours.
As you can hear, there's Kurdish music playing here in Cannes. Elio, the Kurdish DJ from Bakuri, Kurdistan. How does it feel playing Kurdish music to everyone here in attendance?
I play Kurdish music everywhere.
He's Kurdish, he's from France, and I've been to his parties. It's amazing to see what the Kurds are doing here around the world. Guys, this is lovely to see. So many people are here, very, very interested in Kurdistan. They're literally asking so many questions about Kurdistan, how it is to film in Kurdistan, and they're really curious. So this is the end of the time for me here, but I wish you've learned from what's going on here. This is more than just us saying, this is a film commission. I really believe in what they're doing. They really want to tell our stories worldwide so people understand who we are. That's our identity. Let's share it with the world. Let's tell our stories to as many people as we can in our own way.